So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, we will discuss about that SQL problem that's name is delete duplicate email. This is a very famous problem that's regarding as a uh, interview perspective. So let us discuss about it. So you have to be given a table which is called person, okay, and you have to be given in this person table you have to be given a column name which is ID and email, okay, and their type is integer and varchar. Okay, so you have to be given a two column. You have to be given a two column into that person table, which is first column is integer ID and second column is email. Okay, and the ID is a primary key, and you know very well about that. What is the property of this primary key? Okay, if you don't aware about that what is the primary key, so you can please go to access my previous video. I will send my previous video link into that description box. Okay, now move on that further. So in this table you have to be contain an email. Okay, and each of the email is not an uppercase, means of that all are downcase. Okay, all are downcase letter. So now our our problem is that we have to be delete all duplicate email. But what is the formatting of this deleting that email? The formatting is you have to be keeping only unique email with the smallest ID. Okay, you have to be keep the you have to be store only those email who have a smallest ID. Okay, so for SQL user, please know that. So this is a recommendation. Okay, so now we have to move on problem example. So this is the problem example. To you have given a person table having a ID 1, 2, 3, and their name is John, Bob, and John. Okay, so John, Bob, and John. So this is two email is uh, duplicate. Okay, so now what you will do, how you can solve it. First of all, let us understand the logic how you can solve it. Suppose I will write that this is a two table of this person table like a 1, 2, 3. Okay, and this is another table, and another instance of this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. Okay, so I'm just alias of this name is P1 and their name is P2. I hope you have to understand about it. Now how you can solve it, you will simply each and every email of this person P2 will be checking that if it is email is equal and their email ID and their primary key is greater than, then you will simply remove from this person table P1. I hope you have to be very well aware about it. So now how you can solve it, this is a person P1, this is person P2. Think. Okay, so now we will check that if my email ID is equal to that your email ID, this is person P1 email ID. Okay, so now yes, John is equal to the John, but their ID is not their primary key, this primary key is not greater than, so that's why we move on different thing. This is the, so now it is if that this email ID is equal to this email ID, no, because John is not equal to the Bob. Now we have to move on different thing. So now this email ID is equal to this email ID. Yes, John is equal to the John. And now we will check that another condition. If it is primary key, their primary key is greater than their primary key. Yes. Yes. Now our case is satisfied. Now what you will do? You will simply delete this email ID from our table P1. Now that updated P1 is this. Only 1 and 2 is containing. Now again we will check that each and every element. Again we will check that if their email ID is equal to the email ID. Yes, but their primary key, but their ID is not greater than. ID is not greater than. Okay. I hope you have to be familiar about it what I am saying to you. So now again we will check that if it is equal, not, email ID is not equal. Now we have to move on another thing. If email ID is equal to the email ID, no. Again we will check that if their email ID is equal to the email ID. Yes, but their ID is not greater than. Now we have to move on another element of this person P2, of this person P2. So now if their email ID is equal to the email ID, yes, no, our email ID is equal to the email ID. It is true, but their ID is not greater than. Their person P1 ID is not greater than. Okay, because this is 1, this is 3. Now we have to move on another element which is 2, but their email ID is not equal. Then we have to be simply print this element 1 and 2 element. This is our resultant. This is our resultant solution. So here is the our output. Now move on different element. Now move on different table, which is a John, Johnny, and John, Bob, and Jane. This is a in this given table you have to be two element, two email ID is equal. First of all, John, and second one is that Jane. You have to be simply check that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is again 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now again we will check that. Okay, so that is this email ID is equal to the email ID. This is called person P1 and this is called person P2. So now this email ID is equal to this email ID. Yes, but their ID is not greater than this ID. Okay, now we have to move on another. So is this email ID is equal to this email ID? No. Move on another. This email ID is equal to this email ID. Yes, the one email ID is equal to this email ID. Okay, now we are, and again we will check that another condition. Is this ID is greater than this ID? Yes, this ID is greater than this ID. So now what you will do? You will simply update. You will simply delete this. Delete this email ID and our updated value is this 1, 2, 4, and 5. I hope you have to be clear about it. Now again 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Again we will check that 1 to 1, 2 to 2, 1 to 4. So 1 to 4 is not equal. Okay, and 1 to 5 is also not equal. Now move on another element which is 2. So this email ID is equal to this email ID? Not. This email ID is similar to this email ID? Yes, but their ID is not greater than. Move on another thing. This email ID, this email ID is not equal to this. Now move on another. Yes, their email ID is equal to this primary key of this email ID because Jan is equal to the j. So we have to be remove this. After this removing, after this removing, we have to be say that our updated table of person P1 is 1, 2 and 4, and this is another thing is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now again we will check that equal, yes equal, but their id is not greater than. It is equal, no. Is this equal, no. Again we will check that is this equal, no. Is this equal, yes, but their email id is not greater than. Is this, no. Again and again we will check that again and again. So our output is 1 to 4 email id, 1 to 4 email id, and this is our solution. I hope you have to be very aware about this logic, how you can solve it. So now this is our coding structure, this is our code. We have to be delete the p1 from the person p1. Okay, now we have to be updated the our person p1 table. Okay, now how you can check that? We have to use where clause. Where is the clause? Let's understand this, because interviewer can be ask you what is the clause. Okay, so those things which is to be checking their condition. So p1 is p1 dot email is equal to p2 dot email. Okay, and and p1 id is greater than p2 id. Then we have to be remove this email id, this email. Okay, I hope you have to be very aware about this problem. Okay, problem is statement and their coding. Let's implement on it. So we have to be dry run this approach. So yeah, our solution would be accepted. I hope you have to very understand about it. If you have any doubt, so please comment on my channel. Please like my video. Please subscribe my channel. Thank you.